Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the WCPO High School Insider Podcast. I'm your host Mike Dyer. We are live at the Fairfield Chick-fil-A here at 6305 South Gilmore Road in Fairfield. And we are talking high school football today, our fourth special preseason high school football podcast this week. If you missed any of our episodes earlier in the week, be sure to check out WCPO.com for all the teams that we've highlighted across the tri-state this week. And again, we want to thank Chick-fil-A owner and operator Daryl Nelson here at the Fairfield location for all the hospitality and setup. This is our first time here at the Fairfield Chick-fil-A, and really appreciate this opportunity to highlight a couple of high school football teams from the area, Fairfield and Winton Woods, and we're going to talk to both coaches and a couple of the players here in just a little bit. I want to remind everybody this High School Insider Podcast is presented by our local Chick-fil-A restaurants, where the winning play is always chicken. Download the app today for easy ordering. And before we get going here, I want to give a shout out to producer Brian Neese for all his work this week on the podcast. We've done, this is our fourth podcast, as I mentioned, and it's one of those things where it makes it just look like I show up and start speaking into the microphone, but it's clearly not that. Brian is here early and really want to appreciate all his efforts for putting this together. We also have a couple of WCPO staffers here, and sports intern Adam Duell, who's been instrumental in our high school football coverage, and another colleague of mine who sits next to me here at the WCPO office, Marshall Kramsky, who just joined us here in May. So thank you guys, and welcome to the podcast here.
Thanks, let's get rolling.
Let's go. We have, as I mentioned, Fairfield coach Jason Krause and Winton Woods coach Chad Murphy, and I kind of did this here three previous times this week, kind of a conversation starter, as it were. And I had a question all typed out, written and ready to go on my script today. But then I was talking to Coach Krause just a few minutes ago and didn't realize the connection between these two coaches. That Coach Murphy was an offensive coordinator for Coach Krause here at Monroe High School back in 2005. And kind of curious, talk about your report, Coach Krause. I guess just what was Coach Murphy like as an OC back then, and what was it like working with him, and now seeing all his success as a head coach?
At that time, obviously a young, fiery coach, knew a lot of offense, and at that time, I told a lot of people at that time that he was going to be a great coach. He had a lot of future in front of him. Was the hardest working coach on the staff. I can just remember going to his house and his little chair in the corner. Stacks and stacks of papers and stuff he'd draw up and read, and it's like, he lived it and breathed it, and you just knew at that time he was going to be a really good one.
What was the boss man like, Coach Murphy?
Oh, he was great. He was great. We had a lot of great times. We got a program going that had struggled for a long time, and I think as a coach, there's a lot of lessons in that too. Going through some adversity, I think makes you better in the long run. And he was a great boss. I had known him obviously from when I was younger, and Coach's dad was obviously kind of iconic in the area as well. So I felt like I think it's very important starting out to work for some good people, and we had some great times nonetheless.
I'm going to highlight each of your teams as I mentioned here, but my kind of overarching question for both of you is what's the best advice you've received as a high school football coach, whether that be a head coach or as an assistant? I know, Coach Krause, this is your 26th year. I'm kind of curious, maybe it's come from multiple coaches over the years, but what have you learned the most, I guess, as you've kind of stayed the course throughout your career?
I think it probably goes back to my dad, and not so much advice, but just watching him and his interaction as a head coach. And, I think being a head coach, the most important thing about it is your relationships with the kids that you coach. The relationships are going to last forever. We still talk to our Monroe kids. I think Coach Murphy and I talked last night. We're going to go back to an event for a Monroe football team in October probably. But I think it starts with those relationships. Our job, at least the way I perceive it, isn't about winning football games on Friday nights. I know we all want to do that. Sure. But getting these guys ready for lifelong journeys is really the biggest thing. And that's probably the best advice I ever received. And I've heard that from multiple head coaches, and I've said a lot of times I wish that I had spent more time as an assistant than I was able to do. I was only an assistant for 3 years my entire career, and I'd like to have maybe had the chance to learn under some different guys and some different things. But it's been good, and I think that's the best thing that I can talk to my young coaches about.
Coach Murphy, what about you?
I just think Probably just the work, the work that's involved. You know what I mean? We don't clock in and clock out. You know what I mean? Coach, like he said, he's been a head coach a long time. I think this is year 11 or 12 for me as a head coach, and it's nonstop. Literally, you got to put your phone away. Things like that, because there's no set hours. You know what I mean? Kids need this and that throughout the day, and we're there because of the relationships. Some coaches might be able to turn them phones off and things like that, but I've always been the kind of guy that, if the guys are in need, you know what I mean, it doesn't matter the time. So I think the work ethic, the work behind the scenes, you know what I mean? It's just like as a player, if you got some talent, that's great, but you still got to put in the work, and I think I've carried that over. Probably my dad learned the biggest piece of that, just the work ethic, what it takes to be successful, whether you have talent as a player or maybe as a coach, maybe you have a little bit more offensive mind or defensive mind than others. It's still the work that you got to put in, you know what I mean? And so just tried to, people throw that word grind around a lot, but I kind of chuckle to myself sometimes because, I guess my definition and some other people's definition of grind is a little different, but I just think the work it takes to be successful, you know what I mean? And I've been in the peaks and the valleys. I've been in the peaks and the valleys, you know what I mean? Before Coach Krause got to Monroe, they were really, really bad. You know what I mean? They hadn't had a winning season. They had split from like the Middletown School District and all that back in the day, and so there was a lot of adversity. But I've learned a lot. I've learned, most of the things that I use to this day probably in those tough years. I've learned more in those tough years than I have in those good years, you know what I mean?
I know you told us in an interview this week, actually, about this has been the busiest offseason for you, maybe as a coach,
Yep.
coming off the state title. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. But I'm going to highlight Fairfield here in just a second. I want to remind everybody this High School Insider podcast is presented by our local Chick-fil-A restaurants, where the winning play is always chicken. Go for the extra point with a side of their macaroni and cheese today. And as I mentioned, 26th year for Coach Jason Krause overall, 12th year at Fairfield. And I know a lot of great expectations for the Indians this season. Coach, I know you brought along a couple of your players, senior linebacker KV Bivens and also senior center Dalton Davis to my right here. Both players were all GMC last year. And Coach, I guess just maybe give us a general impression of your team this preseason and what you like most about Fairfield.
Well, obviously, I think it starts with our senior leadership. It's a really good class for us. I think we're at 28 seniors in that class. We didn't graduate a whole bunch. When you look at our roster last year, a lot of guys that got experience last year, had a playoff win. So, those are big things for us, and the expectations that kind of preceded the season. All off season, I think these guys have been working to keep playing week after week. When we get into postseason, that's kind of the goal, and they've worked for it. I think then you look at the quarterback situation. Obviously, as a high school program, it's super important to have a guy in that position, and we've got a kid that's a 2-year starter. This is going to be his 3rd year, and he's just going to be a junior. So I think what Coach Murphy talked about, like you learn more in those tough times. Talon's freshman year, we took some lumps, and we had to be willing to do that. And now it's paying dividends. I think the stuff he's learned and the way he's progressed is really going to pay off for this season. And between the senior class and that leadership and development of him, I think we expect a lot of good things.
Junior quarterback Talon Fisher going to be a 3-year starter. What has he really added to his repertoire, would you say, this offseason?
I think, if you looked at him as a freshman and sophomore, I think everybody just kind of knew he was just a runner. He was an athlete, couldn't really make the throws, couldn't really make the reads. I think that's where he has developed. He's developed into learning how to make those reads and understand defenses, and really has become a really good thrower. I think he's going to surprise a lot of people this year when they see him throw the football and the things we're going to do offensively with him. I think it's going to open a lot of eyes.
Dalton, I'd like to ask you about, since you're the center, obviously, what's it been like working with Talon? And also, Coach mentioned 28 seniors, too. I mean, what's it about this class that makes it special?
We're a very special class. We have a lot of experience, and I just feel like that whenever we're all firing on the right cylinders, we're gonna be able to go great places. And about Talon, he's most likely will be a very good quarterback in this GMC league. It's been a lot of downfalls lately, but from freshman year and sophomore year. But the amount of growth he's had is it's great. And I can't wait to get to work with him even more. And just, make everything what people expect is what y'all going to get.
Offensively, I know you have a lot of players who are really talented. I mean, Jordan Jackson really stepped up for you last year at running back. Can you talk about him and maybe some of the other skill players?
Yeah, I mean, for him, a kid that's never played a running back ever, week 4, we just brought him in the office and said, hey, we need a guy that can just go the distance anytime he touches it, and I think you've got the speed to do that. So it was a little bit of a learning curve for him, especially when you run an inside zone. Not a whole lot of gap schemes. You got to kind of learn to develop how to see that and read it. And, as the season went on, he got better and better, but he just had that big play ability. And it's kind of funny because he's committed to West Virginia University as a defensive back. He's not going to play defensive back for us. I mean, he's going to play running back, and he's going to be the guy that totes it for us, and he still has that. And he is now a running back, in my opinion. When you watch him make the cuts and the reads, he can do all those things. And, he's going to be in some nickel package stuff for us on defense, but, he's not going to waste any time missing carries on offense because he's playing over that side of the ball.
How has his twin brother Josiah improved from a year ago?
Josiah's just a really long athlete. He's committed to West Virginia also at corner, and I'm happy for that family because, there was some time there where Jordan was thinking of maybe committing to a school here in the Midwest, and he ended up going to West Virginia with his brother. So I'm glad that family didn't have to split up on Saturdays and try to figure that out. But, obviously Josiah, a lot of special things. I think he's just got a really high ceiling. He's so long and athletic, at 6'1" and runs well and really competitive. And they're two totally different kind of athletes. Jordan's a few inches shorter but a little bit thicker, and Josiah's just long and covers ground.
I'm going to keep with the offensive theme here. I mean, Dalton obviously being one of your leaders, what has he meant for the offensive line?
I think the move, when he moved to center last year, and that happened at halftime at Lakota West, our starting center broke his hand in the second quarter, and then the backup center got a bad sprained ankle right in our last drive before halftime. And I looked at our line coach and said, well, Dalton's the best athlete we got, man. He's better figure it out at halftime. He hadn't snapped the ball before that. So he took it, didn't complain. He was playing guard at the time, so natural moved him into center. He's been there since. And our offense has just really skyrocketed since his move there. He's a center in college, and I think that our offense can click when he's clicking.
What was that transition like for you, Dalton? I mean, coaches say, hey, you got to snap the ball. I mean, how quick did you have to adjust?
It was honestly pretty crazy because I've moved to multiple positions, and I never once thought in my lifetime that I'd be playing center. But I mean, like you said, I just didn't complain. My team needed me, and you just got to do what you got to do in this league.
How did you kind of refine your craft even this offseason?
A whole lot of practicing with snapping. Snapping was kind of a struggle for me last year. And recently I've been 50 snaps before practice, 50 snaps after practice, and then of course all the it's a whole lot. There's a whole lot of just snapping and just making sure that the ball gets right where the quarterback wants it, so talent can succeed when it's time for us to play.
Do you have that confidence that you noticed that's maybe a world of difference from a year ago?
Oh, most definitely. I've gained a lot more confidence since last year. It was, like I said, I got through into it, and, when you're not really when you don't play center, you never played it, you don't know the pressure that you get. But once I moved there, I realized that, you really got to step up and you really got to focus what you're doing at all times.
Defensively, Coach, I know you have so many standouts here. I don't want to miss anybody, but, James Thomas, obviously second-team All-GMC, senior linebacker Ray Coney, who's going to Army West Point, second-team All-GMC. You brought KV today. Talk about maybe your defensive leadership there.
Well, leadership on that side of the ball starts with that guy right there. He's the guy. He's the alpha dog in the room, in our building, on either side of the ball. I think anybody on our team will tell you that, and that's why he's here today. But he gets us rolling. He gets things started. And we have a lot of really good talent on that side of the ball. Obviously, we've got a bunch of D1 guys. James Thomas, 20, 25 offers, whatever he's got. And, but I think there's some unsung guys that can play. I think, I start with Matthew Humbarger. Might be one of the best blitzers I've ever seen in 30 years of coaching football. And that's not hyperbole. The kid can blitz. He's a really good blitzer. And then Josh Moppin, I think he's a kid at D-tackle that just kind of has flourished this offseason. I think he's going to have a super year. And then in the back end, Karen Love is like our guy that is he's like a utility knife. I mean, he's like a Swiss Army knife. He's our backup quarterback. He's our punt returner. He's our free safety. He plays the slot. He can play two-back. He does so many things for us, backup punter. And right now he's starting at free safety. Didn't play any defense last year at all. So there's a lot of guys that have stepped up on that side of the ball that I think is going to make the defense really special. Maybe one of the best defenses I've ever coached.
What is it about KV's leadership? I mean, you mentioned regardless of offense or defense that he's the true leader for the team.
Well, a lot of times you hear people say, like, you lead by example. And then you have rah-rah guys. Then you have guys that just bring energy, right? Well, KV does all those things. I mean, he checks off every box as a leader. He leads by example. His expectations are high. He lets you know. He's not afraid to get in you a little bit. He's not afraid to get in you a little bit and let you know, like, you're not doing your job. You need to do better. And he's hard on himself if he doesn't do it. So, he does check all the boxes as a leader for us.
KB, what does Fairfield football mean to you?
It actually means a lot because my brother was here the previous years before, and we wore the same number. So then I started to get compared to my brother a lot. So then I had to step up and try to do better than what my brother was doing. And then, all my brothers go here, like every single person on that senior class. I'd die for all of them. So it just means a lot to me. Can't let them down.
Is there an example of something maybe where you corrected a teammate, or as Coach mentioned, you maybe got up to somebody and said something that was encouraging, of course?
Yeah, I would say like the situation previously with me and Dalton. Dalton, he slammed with somebody on defense, and I didn't really like it. So I went up to Dalton, and we started saying a few words back and forth. But that's my brother, though. So it was just encouraging, and it kept the practice rolling, kept the energy up.
Would you notice, Dalton, from your teammate that obviously this means a lot to him?
I just know that he loved this game, and like he said, like I'll die for every one of them. And I just know that this, it's no words to really say. What I mean? It's just all natural. Just keep the energy up and just keep on going.
Obviously, KB, you have that family connection. I mean, what's it like on a Friday night? In this case, a season opener against Huber Heights Wayne on a Thursday night, August 18th. But what's it like a home game there at Fairfield? And talk about that atmosphere and how special it is for you as a player.
The atmosphere, I'm going to start with the tribe. The tribe, because I didn't get to experience it my sophomore year, COVID, so the energy was down all the time. But then first game, junior year, walking out on that field, getting to see the tribe in the student section, I mean, it felt wonderful. But then, this year especially, it's on a Thursday night. Literally everybody will be in that building. There's no other game going on, so I know the energy will be up there.
Dalton, what's that mean to you? I mean, how much are you looking forward to that season opener?
I'm really looking forward to it. It's just like he said, it's no other games going on. It's just us and Wayne, and we got to show up.
First time you've played Wayne since 2007, I believe, Coach. It's
been a while. Yeah, we haven't played them since I've been there. I know they used to play back when we had 3 non-league contests in the GMC. I think they played quite often. I think it's a huge opportunity for us. I can't tell you the excitement our guys had when I told them we were going to open the season on a Thursday night. They were pumped.
When you look at your schedule, and I asked this of Scott Totillo yesterday, I mean, how do you evaluate that 9-game GMC schedule now? And are you in favor of it? Did you not care for it as much?
I'm in huge favor of it. Obviously being in the conference for 15 seasons, and Chad can probably piggyback on this, being in the conference as well as a head coach. I really never liked those years where we had co-champs, and at that time it was who didn't play Coleraine. If they went through the schedule, they were co-champs. And you see a lot of those. If you look back on the website now, there's a lot of times when that happened. But right now, there's no division play. I like it. I mean, I think I think we feel pretty good as a conference that we're the best public school conference in the state. We like to say that, and I do think that week in and week out, you better be prepared no matter what a record is, or because everybody has really good players in our conference, and there's a lot of really good coaches that prepare. So you better be ready to go week in and week out. And I do like the 9-game schedule.
Speaking of the GMC, I have a trivia question that is related to the GMC. How about that for a segue? Okay, so this is for KV and Dalton. Which GMC team does Fairfield have the most wins against in program history. And I want to give a shout out to Athletic Director Aaron Blankenship, who's sitting over there, who helped me out with some of the research on this. But again, I want to know, which GMC team does Fairfield have the most wins against in program history? Is it A, Mason, B, Hamilton, or C, Sycamore?
B, Hamilton.
You are absolutely correct. 23 wins against Hamilton. Good job, KB. Gift cards for you guys. Here you go, Dalton.
Well, that's an easy one. The other two just got in the league, about 15 years ago.
Well, there you go. Well, we got the question going here.
My man.
Well, I want to thank Fairfield coach Jason Krause, along with senior linebacker KB Bivens, senior center Dalton Davis. Thanks for all your time and perspective here on the WCPO High School Insider Podcast, and best of luck to Fairfield this year.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate you
guys.
having us.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yes, we're going to hang out over there.
And want to thank Coach Krause again.
Thank you. Yeah, absolutely.
And we're going to bring up a couple of the Winton Woods players here that joined Coach Murphy. We have senior defensive back Jermaine Matthews and senior linebacker Kirsten Williams. Guys, welcome to the WCPO High School Insider Podcast. Thanks for joining us.
How you doing? How you doing?
Doing well, thanks. And Coach, I guess I'll open it up, the conversation to you. And obviously coming off of a Division II state championship a year ago, a ton of excitement and a ton of anticipation for this season, obviously in Forest Park. As I mentioned earlier, you said this was like the busiest offseason maybe you've experienced as a head coach, but what's it been like for you this summer, and what are your impressions of this talented team?
To start with, it's just, it's been such a difference between, last year at this time, 365 days ago versus now. And a lot of it's because of the guys across the table, with the recruiting. And I mean, man, as soon as that state championship was over, I mean, it was just unbelievable that, the coaches in and out. But it's just been busy. It's been busy, but it's been a good busy, because I've been on the other end of this spectrum as well. You know what I mean? So I'd prefer this end, this side of it any day of the year. But it's been great. It's a special place. I'm blessed to be at a special place, and I've said that since day one. This job wasn't about me. It was about continuing on what Winton Woods football has done for a long, long time, and it's just been unbelievable. These guys show up, they lead, they work, and it's just it's just different.
I know the temptation, especially for media people, is to look back at a year ago, whether a team won a state championship or not. And I know you don't want to dwell on that. This is a completely new journey. But still, I'd like to ask you just one question about that. You started the season 1-2 last year when you took over his head coaching position. I mean, honestly, in your mind, what was going through your mind? I mean, how did the guys get it together? How did you turn it around into a state championship journey up there in Canton? Well,
yeah, I mean, we started out 1-2, and we were 4-3 once upon a time. I think the number one thing was we just never kind of, we didn't freak out for a better term. You know what I mean? We just we stayed the course. I think maybe that's where you asked earlier about the experience or things you've learned, and I think that's what it is. I mean, the worst thing you can do when you're going through some tough times is start changing things and doing this and that. You know what I mean? So it just got hot at the right time. We stayed healthy. We got some kids that football meant a lot to. Winton Woods football meant a lot to them, and we just made it happen. It was a great run, a great experience, but here we are the next year, and we're trying to do this thing.
A lot of anticipation, as I mentioned, for this team. I mean, do you channel that energy into something on the field? Do you block it out? Do you embrace it? How do you kind of approach all that attention?
You got to block some out, but we do have some excitement, and that's a good thing. We got a lot of excitement in our program for some individual guys, for the team. So those are all things that I've been other places. Those are things that every coach in America wants. So we're gonna ride it. We're gonna embrace it. But we're gonna try to be 1-0 every day. We're gonna try to be 1-0 every week. Focus on the moment. You know what I mean? And these guys are doing a great job thus far.
Jermaine, I know you've earned a lot of spotlight. Obviously, you're being verbally committed to the Ohio State University, but how much have you looked forward to this senior year, this another opportunity to make a lot of memories here with your teammates?
I think everybody just think about their senior year a lot. So last year, like you said, we just started off rocky. You're just thinking about everything, and we didn't freak out like you said. So we were just working. So things just worked out last year. Now this year, it's even more pressure. So we just gonna go out there and work. And I'm just very excited just to get started and just be my brothers.
Kirsten, how's Coach challenged you and your teammates not to just kind of rest on what happened last year and to be hungry for this year?
Really, Coach Murph just pushed us every day to be better. And, with lifting and stuff like that, practice every day, we just going hard, giving it 110%, like he say, all the time. And, like when we get back into the season this year, just want to know every week. That's all we're thinking about to get to where we need to be. So, we just pushing for the sky's the limit. So that's what we're trying to do is reach the sky.
Coach,
Another thing.
go ahead.
Last year is last year. That's another thing we think. So that happened last year. It's nothing. It's over now. We got to think about what we got coming up this year, these next couple of weeks, and the season.
I want to talk a little bit more about the players that you have, Coach, but can you tell us a little bit about what makes these guys so special to the team?
Well, first and foremost, they're both phenomenal young men, mean a lot to me. I don't have a son, so my heart gets in the way a lot of times, in this profession. And these are great dudes. I mean, first and foremost, that's the best part about them. They're great kids. But there's probably not a more talented guy in the country than the guy sitting across from me with the Ohio State hat on. And there's probably not a finer leader and a finer human than Q Williams. And so, just both great kids. This place is loaded with great young men that, like I said earlier, football means a lot to, and they just enjoy working with their brothers. So I love my job. I've loved my job for 21, 22 years, whatever it's been, but I'm really loving my job these days.
Could you guys tell? I mean, I know Coach was on the staff, obviously, a couple of years ago before taking over as head coach, but Kirsten, I'll start with you. I mean, just Coach talks about beyond football. It's about relationships. It's about, treating everybody, beyond the game. How long did it take for you to see that, you and your teammates, that Coach was not just about the X's and O's, that he was about what's best for us as student athletes?
I feel like I noticed that right off the bat. As soon as he got the head coaching job, he just been taking care of us ever since then. Like the adversity. The other coaching staff had left us and stuff like that, so we had to get new people to fill in those spots. So I feel like he just been taking care of us ever since then and looked out for us ever since.
Coach doesn't turn his phone off, Jermaine. He just told me that. So, I mean, is that one of those things where if you need something, you can text him at any hour of the day?
Yeah, definitely. He was here the year before he got the head coaching job, so we know him a little bit, and he just always wanted to just cool coaches and just what's the word I'm looking for? Like encouraging everybody and just everybody just love him. So when we was getting a new coach, there was a lot of candidates, and we all was talking as a team. A lot of people were trying to transfer out and all of that, but we all had one agreement that we wanted Coach Murph to be our coach, and it worked out in our favor. Everybody stayed. I think we had probably one person leave. Everybody stayed, and we all just put our head down for real and worked.
Winton Woods opens the season against Trotwood Madison on August 19th, and Coach, if somebody's watching your team right away in the season opener, how different will it look, I guess, just from both sides of the ball from your standpoint?
I don't know. Nothing big. Some wrinkles here and there, both sides of the ball. Obviously, our defense is going to fly around. I think our team speed. We were fast last year. I think we're even a little faster, more athletic this year. Obviously, lost some really, really good players on the defensive side of the ball and the offensive side of the ball. But for the most part, schematically, I mean, we've got some wrinkles, like I said, here and there. But we're going to run the ball on offense. We're going to play great defense and play some good special teams for sure.
Who's your quarterback right now?
We've got a few. I mean, we've got Van George, we've got Ciante Stewart, and we've got Dalen Jarman, 3 guys competing, and it's been kind of fun to watch. Since early June to now. Obviously a couple guys are kind of pushing each other and trying to find out who it's going to be. But we don't know exactly yet. We've got some ideas, some things like that, but. We've got some quarterbacks that can throw it around a little bit right now, and in combination with the running game, we're feeling pretty good about that.
I know there's so many players just like Fairfield, as I mentioned, and you could go through here, but can you kind of maybe take us through quickly both sides of the ball, who you're looking toward really to step up for you this year, maybe offensively? Yeah,
we'll start defensively. These two, Q was our leading tackler last year. Obviously, Jermaine's Jermaine. We've got Cam Calhoun going to University of Cincinnati, committed to University of Cincinnati. Taryn Macklin, a D tackle for us. I think he's one of the best interior D tackles in the state of Ohio. Really, really good player. Cam Jackson is another one on that front that we're expecting a lot of things out of. Offensively, we got James Minor returning, running back. Traymar Harris, a wide receiver. Darian Fannin, a couple guys with some state championship experience that we're really looking to lean on. Then we got Trey Cornice, obviously came in 220-pound back that we're pretty excited about.
Georgia Tech commit.
Yeah,
Yep.
Georgia Tech commit. So we're pretty excited. You know, we got to put it all together. We got some holes to fill and seeing how it's going to shake out, you know, just seeing how it's going to be. But, you know, I feel like if any place has been able to reload instead of rebuild, it's been probably Winton Woods in the last 30 years. You know, I mean, never just rebuilding, kind of reloading. Some guys have waited their turn, and you know, I've seen it the couple years that I've been there. Iron sharpens iron. You know, we've got guys. I mean, Jermaine, prime example across the table. Jermaine didn't play much varsity football at all as a sophomore. You know what I mean? And 365 days later, he's got, you know, 50 offers and committed to Ohio State. You know what I mean? But we really believe in that iron sharpens iron. We feel like our offense, from an offensive standpoint, we don't go against a better defense in the state of Ohio than what we go against every day in practice. You know what I mean? So it's a great place. It truly is, and just really couldn't be more excited.
One player who I really thought stepped up for you in the postseason was Casey Spears last year.
Yeah.
He's so versatile for you.
Yeah.
Tell us, is he going to be playing all those positions, by the way? 'Cause
yeah.
He does a little bit of everything for you.
Yeah, did I not mention Casey Spears a minute ago?
I was about to say his
Holy
name.
moly.
I was about to say his name.
He's honestly, and I told every college coach come in the building, he's got, you know, 5+ offers. I mean, probably should have 10 or 15, but he's one of the most dynamic dudes in the state of Ohio returning. There's not a doubt. I don't care the division either. He's a top 5 ATH in the state, hands down. But he's going to do exactly what he did last year. He's going to play wide receiver. He's going to play some quote-unquote wildcat quarterback. He's going to play some running back. He's a phenomenal punter. We directional punt. We don't rugby punt. We directional punt, and there's not a finer one around. He's a holder on field goal PAT, kind of like Coach's guy earlier. I mean, he just does so many things. He's a football junkie. I mean, he just, you know, throw a football out there, man, and he's occupied. He's good. You know, he's good. Just a great kid, but yeah, just phenomenal young man, phenomenal talent.
Tell us a little bit about your scrimmage schedule and how you're preparing for Trotwood.
Yeah, we've got Sycamore Friday night, which I think Coach DeTillo, I think Coach Krause will agree. There's probably not a finer coach around, you know, than Coach DeTillo. They do a great job, you know. So we've got Sycamore week 1. We feel like that's very comparable to ECC teams. You know, they're coached well. They're not going to make a ton of mistakes. So we feel like that's a pretty good scrimmage for us. And then the next Friday night we play Moeller, which we know they're supposed to have a pretty good team this year, I guess. So we feel like that'll be a pretty good test for us. So Sycamore and then Moeller.
Before I let you guys go here, Jermaine and Kirsten, I'm just kind of curious what Winton Woods football means to both of you, and playing on a Friday night there at Charlie Frederick Stadium. Kirsten, I mean, can you tell me about how special that is, being able to play for the Warriors?
Playing for the Warriors, you know, my brother came from Winton Woods High School, you know, Ohio State running back. So, you know, I always wanted to go to Winton Woods ever since I seen him playing football there, you know, high school football. You know, he was just different. So, you know, he always inspired me. You know, he's still inspiring me now, just seeing my own brother playing, you know, at the next level. So that's where I'm trying to get to be.
What about for you, Jermaine? How special is it for you?
Kind of the same for him. I also had a relative that is alumni, Chris Oates. That was my cousin. I just seen him playing and all the success he had, and all the success that defensive backs had here at Winton Woods. We had a whole lot of defensive backs that's doing great things now. So it's really just being a lot to me, and I'm just very excited to just get ready with my senior year and just get things kicked off.
I think people saw online, University of Kentucky had its media day yesterday, and Chris Oates was part of the team photo, front and center there. And how much has he inspired you and your teammates there around Winton Woods?
A lot. I think he actually at the school right now, actually. So
Okay.
he comes to visit us a lot. So it just inspired us a lot. All the good things he was doing, and then it just got taken away just like this. So you just can't take things for granted for real. That's the biggest lesson out of that. Just don't take anything for granted. Everything could be good and good for you, and then just stop.
How have you and your teammates supported him?
Yeah, a lot. We every time we see him, everybody shake his hand. Everybody want to take some pictures. It's great. It's great.
Great. Well, we got a little bit of trivia here for you both here, Kirsten and Jermaine, and it's related to Winton Woods and actually a coach that you know very well, defensive coordinator Carlton Gray. So
That's my guy.
let's see, a multiple choice here. So Winton Woods defensive coordinator Carlton Gray is a Forest Park High School graduate who later starred at UCLA. The defensive back was inducted in the UCLA Athletics Hall of Fame in 2004. Who did Gray play for during his first 4 NFL seasons? So Coach Gray played in the NFL, but which team did he play for his first 4 NFL seasons? And if you know without the multiple choice, by all means, let me know. But A, Cincinnati Bengals, B, San Diego Chargers, C, Seattle Seahawks.
C, Seattle Seahawks.
You are absolutely correct. Great job. Coach Gray, who's also the head girls basketball coach there and a legend in the Forest Park community. So I want to thank Coach Chad Murphy, also Jermaine Matthews and Kirsten Williams for your time here today, and best of luck to Winton Woods this entire season.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, Mike, and Chick-fil-A.
Thank you, guys. And that will conclude our fourth and final special preseason podcast here at the Chick-fil-A. We want to thank again Fairfield Chick-fil-A owner and operator Daryl Nelson for all the hospitality today, and it was simply a fantastic opportunity to join Chick-fil-A and talk high school football for the very first time here at the Fairfield location. So thank you again, and thank you for the entire Chick-fil-A team all week. We really had a great time, and we're looking forward to an excellent high school football season around Greater Cincinnati. Thanks again for watching and listening. We will talk to you soon.